Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are doing my favorite video, which is monthly favorites. I can't believe March is over, but as I said in the last video, I'm very excited for April. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and show some love to my channel. And if you aren't new here, thanks for coming back. There are two things here that I have been loving probably since December, but I've been testing them out to like really understand why I love them and give you a thorough response. You know, we're transitioning into spring. Spring has already started, what, almost 10 days ago, and while the weather is slowly warming up, I wanted to transition pretty much my daily life and like my entire lifestyle to just spring. And so eventually when summer comes, I'm already at that point of hydration, getting enough sleep, enjoying the products, and just transitioning things outside of like my makeup and my skincare and just my overall lifestyle. So the first thing that I've been enjoying is I like to take a little bit of my tap water, and my roommates have like a jar, and I basically put mint, cucumber, and was it rosemary? No, mint, cucumber, and basil in there, and it's so refreshing, and I'm starting to just feel like lighter. Trying to focus more on using serums, using oils, and just not having such a heavy, because at this point my skin still does need protection, and I like to protect my skin at night, but during the day, as you can tell by my makeup right now, it's very light. It's not, I don't have a full beat, and while it may look like a full glam, it took me 15 to 20 minutes to do this. I've got lip gloss, I've got a little bit of eyeshadow, I have no foundation on, I pretty much spot concealed, and I have a little contour because I do like to just define my cheeks a little bit. Little to none of highlight and no blush, and so I just wanted my entire life to just transition to warmer weather, warmer temperatures, more color, more brightness, more gold, more pinks, more yellows, and just sort of get out of that like dark, deep, because I could wear black every single day. And so that's something that I wanted to talk about as far as my monthly favorites, and I feel like if you try it, you'll start to feel good, and it's refreshing. I love aromatherapy, and I think that helps, and sort of just like, you can change your makeup, you can change your skincare, you can change everything, but I feel like you have to change like your environment, your home, to like get your senses. I'm all about like enhancing and what's the word? I like to enhance, and I like to, I guess, beautify and like really bring sensation to my senses, if that makes sense. And I like to see different things, I like to feel different things, I like to smell different things, and I think your senses are very important. And your sixth sense, which is sort of like a spiritual intuition kind of thing, I think is important, and overall just a way to make yourself just a little bit happy. One thing I've been loving, I talked about this in my previous video, which was the NARS soft matte complete concealer. It's just creamy enough. I have had this for a very long time, and I take it to, like, if I'm working on a show and I'm background talent, I usually take this because it matches the main color of my skin. And I don't use this to highlight, I use this to spot conceal, but I bought this during the, I want to say the summer, maybe they're in the summer, and I was using it to conceal, and I love it. It stays put. It had like that, it's like creamy, but it's not stiff like some concealers have. I don't like their other one that comes in a stick. I don't think you get enough product for how much you pay for this, and I think for this a little bit goes a long way. My favorite way to use this is to conceal my brows, no matter how threaded my brows, or how often I like maintenance my brows. I do love like just to create that arch and to have it just look clean up there, and I feel like this concealer can do this. I have been using this every single day all of March, but I also have been using it a lot during January and February as well, mostly because I took this to set. I believe this is about $30, and it's a really simple concealer. I think it's important to have concealer that is going to lighten and brighten underneath, if that's the look that you're going for, but you should always have somewhere in your kit a concealer that is going to be able to spot conceal for you, because you don't always want to color. It has to be this brush. I have been using this a lot with my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and the only reason I didn't add that into my March favorites is because I talk about that foundation all the time. I do love it, but it's not my current skin color. As you can tell, I'm very yellow here, and I wanted to balance all that out, and I hate that it doesn't match. So I only wear it once in a while when I really want to look glam, and I don't care if I look a little bit tan. But this brush, the way that it smooths everything, you can buff it, and I feel like it's nice to have a brush that you can pack, and then you can have a brush that you can buff, and one that you can just swipe. Using this all over my face makes me feel like I'm using my fingers to apply my foundation. And if you've never tried putting foundation on without a brush, you should try it. It's probably one of my favorite techniques, and it spreads evenly. A lot of foundation does get into it, but the great part is, like, if you really like push it into your skin and then like sort of swirl it out, whatever is left in there will come to your face. It transfers. For me, whenever I use a brush, it's important for me to have the product. I want it to like dip it and transfer immediately. I never want to have to like buff and like really work with something. A good product just works. I shouldn't have to ask for it to do too much. And this brush came in my boxy charm like several months ago, and I let it sit and sit and sit. I was like, you know, let me just try that. And I love this with my Estee Lauder Double Wear and my Milk Blur foundation. It works very, very, very well. So this is a good brush. I don't even know where you can even buy this, which is sort of strange. As you guys know, BoxyCharm and I are having a weird relationship right This now. Is very ghetto, and I don't care. I got a sample of this Omnia Crystalline Bellari perfume, and it smells, oh my god, it smells so sexy. Oh my god. It's definitely got some citrus in it. I need to figure out what the notes are, but it smells so good, and I like that one spray is enough. I know you're not supposed to do that, but it smells so good. It's only a sample. I'm thinking about treating myself. I need to treat myself to something nice, and I've been thinking about getting this. This perfume smells like, it's not like old lady-ish, but it's not too fruity either. I'm trying to teach myself more about perfumes. I don't wear it all the time. I do have a little collection, but I don't wear perfume all the time. But whenever I fall in love with a perfume, it stays with me until the end of the time. This is a realness. If you have a chance to try that, and one spray is just like enough to make me feel like I can hit the town tonight. My next product, which is this Mary Kay Lash and Brow Building Serum. I was fighting myself on this because I wanted to talk about it in December. I wanted to talk about it in January, I wanted to talk about it in February, and I was almost gonna wait and not talk about it in March. But this shit works. This stuff works so much. It retails for like $36 or $37, something a little bit up there. And I did think it was a little bit pricey, but I don't use many Mary Kay products. There are like 2 or 3 things that I have. It's just because my aunt, shout out to my aunt, she sells this, and I was bartending one day and I told this lady that I liked her makeup. She's like, oh, I do Mary Kay, you should purchase from me. I was like, well, my aunt sells, so loyalty. And she was like, oh, that's good. And then I told her about it. She's like, I tell people all the time and they never believe me. This stuff, my brows are thin now because I got them threaded and I hated the way they look, so I was trying to grow them out again just about 2 weeks ago, and I'm starting to get that thickness back up here in the top arch that I really like. But most importantly, if you put this on the lash line right here, oh, that stuff, and it smells good. And then I like when you whenever it comes out, like it's very like liquidy, but you put this on the tight line up there and it just gets in there, and watch, in the morning and at night your lashes will slowly grow. And I didn't want to believe it, but I'm like, I've been using this for months. My lashes, I don't have a before picture, but I'm sure by the time I end this bottle, my lashes will go. Chosen Foods, this is avocado oil. I had watched, I think it was Lupita had talked about avocado oil, Lupita Nyong'o, or someone else, someone like a big artist had talked about avocado for women of color, and I had been hesitant on it because like, where am I gonna find avocado oil? And I was shopping at Trader Joe's, and then I found this, and I was like, maybe you should try it. It was only $9. It has lightened my dark spots so much. Like, I really have no foundation on today. I spot conceal just problematic blemishes that I've probably had for too long that I could have found another treatment for, but it's gotten lighter, and it's definitely helped my armpits where, like, sometimes if you use a shaver longer than necessary and it kind of gets old, it happens to all of us, you'll start to get those bumps. And I use a little bit of this and I get rid of it. And then I had dry patches on the front of my shin, which I get every single winter. Every single winter I get dry patches. It's like nowhere else in my body I get dry patches at the front of my shins, and none of my lotions and creams and my body butters were working. So I was like, maybe this will work, and it like instantly went away. It's weird. I think that this is good for people who have like extremely dry and sensitive skin, which is what I have. And another reason why I have been loving it all of March is because I've been trying to transition out of body butters, trying to transition out of like thick emollient products on my skin, because while I understand the weather is still cool, I want my skin to start getting used to, for the next 3, maybe 4 months, things that are lighter, a little bit more fresher on my skin and also inside of my body. And so I feel like avocado oil is so light, so absorbent, so penetrating that like a little bit goes a long way. I have used a lot of this, but only because this is actually really good to cook with. My next thing is this Korres Greek Yogurt Foaming Cream Cleanser. This was a gift from someone, I don't remember who, but it sat in my vanity for a while, and I was like, it was probably not gonna work. I'm sometimes very skeptical of new products. I like what I like, but this is really nice to use after you've removed your makeup. I know that when I have like a full beat where I've like packed on concealer, foundation, eyeshadow, brows, product, creams, oils, and all that stuff, after a while, and you use a wipe to take it off and then use an extra remover to take it off, sometimes stripping so much from your face, you need to put back that moisture. And I don't want to rely on my night regimen to put moisture back in my skin, and I think the Greek yogurt is really good for that. And once I stopped fronting and really got on the bandwagon, I'm like, I see what the hype about. It has really good reviews on Sephora, and it says it's a rich, indulgent foaming cream that removes effectively impurities, makeup, and mascara without irritating. And I definitely agree. I never feel like it doesn't have a tingly. It's definitely for that first layer of skin. It's definitely for that first layer of skin and getting in there. It's not anything deep penetrating. And sometimes when I'm washing off like makeup, sometimes I don't want so much penetration because I might rely on a mask that week. It's nice to have. And for what is also great about this is like I could rotate this between another cleanser if I do want something penetrating. I do have something else to help out, like just balancing out how much like the pH levels in your skin and like all that kind of stuff. I think this is nice to have, and if you have tried it, you should leave me a comment and let me know what else have you tried from this brand, because I hear that they make really good moisturizers and I'm interested in splurge. So my last thing is coconut activated charcoal. I got this from, you know, it's funny, I took this from some guy that I was dating. We ain't even gonna get into that. So I took this from this guy that I was dating, and I've always liked charcoal water. I've discovered charcoal water maybe like 6 years ago, and I like it for days where, like for example, the other day I went out with my friend and we had fried calamari. I don't really eat fried foods like that, but if you do and you have indigestion issues like I do, my stomach can get all wonky, and black charcoal water is the one thing that always just gets into the intestines and just clears it out. It absorbs the oil and it just like pops it. And this activated charcoal water, sorry, I can't tell you where I got it because I stole it from my ex. But I like this for many different things. I like it when I have stomach issues, but more important, I do love to exfoliate with this. It literally gets into those pores and it cleans it out, which is why I don't care that this cleanser is not deep penetrating, because I may go in with this first and then cleanse with this and vice versa. And I love that they work well together and they don't cancel anything out, each other out, and there are no issues with each other. Black charcoal oil has many different properties that you can use it for. It's for detoxifying, intestinal stress, whitening teeth, and homemade products. I do use this to brush my teeth a lot, and when I want that extra clean, especially on my tongue, girl, this is where it's at. Plus, there's so much product in here, it would probably take me, I would say, another year to get through this, because you don't need too much. And I know black charcoal is in a lot of things. It's really good for people who have oily skin. It's definitely helped me combat a lot of my natural. That is all I have. I hope you guys like all my March favorites. Let me know if you tried anything. Let me know if there's anything you think I should try. This is also my purple vibe. I'm thinking about creating a video for this. I may do this next week, but let me know if you like it. Leave me some comments, share my stuff, like, subscribe, and don't forget to donate to my GoFundMe, where I'm trying to expand my horizons, and the link is listed below. And thank you so much for continuing to watch my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. And see. So, where was I?